Oh my god, I'm so perfect and right and nothing I do can possibly go wrong. Well, I can't see how it could go wrong, so how could it go wrong? I mean, there's no way it could go wrong. Sorry, tell me again what hubris means? Hubris? How do you pronounce that?
In this episode, we'll be reviewing an effect that's very special indeed. What's the Dunning-Kruger effect? Well, it's a two-parter. The first part being when you have people who are too stupid to realize that they've got serious flaws in their ideas, therefore thinking that they themselves are amazing while failing to recognize the abilities of others. The second is when smart people who can clearly see their own faults and humbly assume everybody else is on par with them consistently undervalue their own abilities as a result. So what can the Dunning-Kruger effect do for you? If you're stupid, it's great! The DK effect can lead to you thinking you're so amazing that you'll succeed through sheer force of will, never letting your bad ideas and mistakes slow you down. As you can imagine, this has contributed to a whole host of idiots finding their ways into every position of power over the years. And a nice ripple effect, I gotta be honest, is that it makes it really easy for a guy like me to make fun of a whole bunch of politicians he doesn't really like. If you're of average or greater intelligence, then the Dunning-Kruger effect doesn't really seem that appealing. I mean, why would you want to consistently undervalue your abilities? Like, maybe you've been kind of cocky lately and you could do with a serving up of a slice of humble pie? However, if you're constantly aware of the Dunning-Kruger effect, then there are ways you can turn it to your advantage. Spotting the presence of the DK effect in a person can save you a lot of time. For example, if you're an employer with an employee who thinks he should be employee of the month all the time, but he keeps fucking up and has no idea why, well, maybe you should just fire his ass. And if you're an employee who has a boss who never recognizes how good you are at your job, again, could be the DK effect, in which case, just go get a new job. It would also be just amazing if more journalists got in the habit of spotting the DK effect in people, and then maybe chose not to engage with them since their ideas tend to not be terribly well thought out, and they don't engage in debates so much as they engage in repeating yourself competitions and loudy shouty matches. And while I'm having airy-fairy fantasies about the media actually raising the level of discourse, it would be really nice if they acknowledged that not every viewpoint is equally valid. If they did, maybe we would be spared more enlightened exchanges like this one. Myself and the other parents thought it would be really nice if mentally unbalanced people didn't have such easy access to highly efficient people-killing tools so that we wouldn't have to fear for the lives of our children so much. Listen here, kitten tits. If we give up our right to highly efficient child-murdering machines, then King George III has already won. Think about it. Overall, am I in favor of the Dunning-Kruger effect? Absolutely not. It is an awful thing, singularly responsible for a significant proportion of the annual United Nations Terrible Shit Index. Am I in favor of more people knowing about it? Absolutely. The more people aware of the Dunning-Kruger effect, the lower the odds of us letting it ravage our society. I nearly forgot to tell you, actually, one other facet of the DK effect is that it can frequently lead to painfully unfunny people thinking they're hilarious.
Don't worry, Oliver, you don't suffer from Dunning-Kruger syndrome, but you do have a case of Brackenbury syndrome. Symptoms include an addiction to wearing vests, not being nice enough to handsome narrators, not paying enough to handsome narrators, never writing back to handsome narrators when they try to get their back pay. I hope you get this.
The second is when smart people fuck up the line. Ha, self-flattery. Well, if you're stupid, it's great! The DK effect can allow you to fuck up the line. Look here, kitten tits. If we give up our rights to highly efficient child-murdering tools, then the colonial British will have fucked up the line. Think about it. All right.